welcome to the FabCon TV stage. Our topic for today is celebrating Power BI 10 years out there.
Hang on, it says 5.
Hey, your math isn't mathing, so it's 10. So you got to multiply by, I know you're all about German efficiency, but...
You're certainly entitled to your opinion, good sir.
So I'm Adam Saxton, and I'm joined by Ben Weissman. And then on the other side of the house, we have Patrick LeBlanc, and we have Will Thompson.
This is the news desk, and this is the fireside chat.
They got the comfy seats, we didn't.
They're old.
All right, so show of hands, how many people have been using Power BI since the beginning? All right, how many have been using it before the beginning? All right, we're going to go through just a couple things. We've also got plenty of swag here, so we're going to pass around a microphone. We're going to do some Q&A. If we deem it a good question and it's completely biased and arbitrary by me, you will get this lovely Lego set. Oh, unless Ben steals it.
I don't think there's any left.
Yeah, see? All right, so Ben, let's start with you, man. Like, tell us about your journey with Power BI. What happened? How'd you start?
How much time do you have?
You have 30 seconds.
Ooh.
German efficiency.
I didn't come prepared for that. No, the pressure is on. 30 seconds.
He's literally sweating.
He's putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's just been an amazing journey. Because let's be honest, if you look at the early stages of Power BI, it was a bit, I'm not going to say clunky, but I'm going to say clunky. Not super intuitive, lots of features, and if you see the evolution of that...
I prefer to say there were a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, because you're in marketing. I'm not.
I'm not marketing.
Again, you're entitled to your opinion.
Okay. All right.
No. I could see the vision from the beginning, and I think seeing where it is now, it has become, and especially one of the biggest gap that maybe one or two people in the audience have also asked for that, being able to write back from Power BI.
Yeah. Did you see Patrick's demo?
I saw Patrick's demo. Job well done, Patrick.
Yeah.
Couldn't be prouder. No.
He did an amazing translytical demo that does right back to the database.
And
great.
Honestly, with
10 years later, we got it.
Here's hope to so many other products.
There we go. Just takes time
PDC.
and votes on the ideas side, right?
There
you go. Excellent. So from myself, I started before Power BI. So back when I started with reporting services and analysis services. Are any of my people out there? Yeah. And then working with the team as it went into Power BI Designer, and then into Power BI for Office 365, and then Power BI that we have today. So the whole gamut. I was there.
Was it called 365 back then? Was it not Office 97?
The original, what, Office 97? No, man. Again, your mathing is not right.
And again, you're entitled to your opinion.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to pass it over to Patrick. Let's see where we got over there.
I want to start with Will, because Will is like OG Power BI, right? Will has been in the game of Power BI since Power BI was a wee little baby. So Will, tell us about your journey.
So it's interesting that you've got the Power BI t-shirt on, because my grey one was the first I've got the Power BI t-shirt before the 5-year one. I've still got it. It's a little bit holy now because I have been wearing it quite a long time. It's interesting you mentioned about the ideas forum, because that was always my first memory of working with the Power BI team was being able to get feedback from the community and have people vote and suggest ideas and say what they wanted and what they needed. And it was such a great way to get that information and made our lives easier, because it was like, well, we'll just build the thing at the top of the list and everybody will be happy. And over time, obviously, there's been a bigger and bigger number of people using it, and we get that feedback from so many different signals, but we love listening to it. And I think the way that we brought the community along on the journey, and the way that it's evolved from the little events that we started out with, the Data Insights Summit, and grown to the Fabric Conference and everything we're doing today has been fantastic. Such a great journey.
Absolutely. My journey kind of mirrors the other guys over there, so Adam. So very similar, right? Started a long time ago. So Adam, back to you.
Does anyone have any questions about Power BI or anything they want to know, or what was your journey, or like where did you start with Power BI, or what is it you want to see?
I'm on Power BI from the first day. And what I'm always looking for is protect my IP. And another part is translation. When do we get multi-language capabilities? So that would be very nice for international services, so we can scale up our solutions. It would be very beautiful.
Yeah,
Someone is not holding back.
Adam, when did we get there?
You know what? Just because of that, I'm going to give you a leg up. There you go. Good job. Good job. All right, and Swetha wants to get the microphone. So for multi-language, it's a common request. So we do have it from a metadata perspective, and then actually to like nowadays with how we can handle things with inside of Power BI, it's actually easier if you have multiple language columns and switching that. Because you can do like field parameters, things of that nature. So that wasn't there originally. So that's a potential. There are options for doing that. All right, question for Patrick and Will.
So now with the announcement of
that's nice.
public preview for composite models of direct link and import mode, do you feel like it's now the de facto standard to go into that direction for
that's a
having
good
direct
question.
link on your fact tables and import on your dimensions? How import mode was a de facto standard for
Look at
the
Patrick.
last 10 years.
All right, Patrick, go.
It depends. It depends. It really does, right? If you're working with a not so complex model and it already works and it's already imported into Power BI, don't change. Import works. It's still great. You don't need to migrate to a lakehouse or a warehouse to introduce complexities just to use direct lake. If you find yourself starting a new project, working on a new project, trying to do something that import can't do, go direct lake. But don't just do direct lake just to say I'm doing direct lake.
Interestingly, I was talking to another customer a few minutes ago over the Ask the Experts area, and they were asking a similar question, but it was like, should I be moving to use real-time intelligence? And I was like, well, how real-time is your data, and do you need it to be more up-to-date?
Yeah.
And actually, they hadn't heard about Direct Lake.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you've got your data in your lake in your lake house, and it's being updated regularly. You don't need to import that to your Power BI model. Just turn on Direct Lake mode, and you've instantly got more real-time data. And that's probably going to satisfy their requirements. So, it depends. There's always different ways of doing it.
Yeah, you got to figure out what problems you're trying to solve. Be very careful.
Yeah, Power BI just keeps evolving, especially now with Fabric. And I was just
There you
at the session where it was announced the general availability of the Fabric user data functions. So what's the most bananas thing you want to do with that?
Saw my demo this morning.
No, been so.
So am I.
Tell me.
The most bananas thing I did was I created a chat-like experience in Power BI, and I called AI from my user data function, and now you can chat and get responses and do that classification and sentiment analysis of your data directly in Power BI using data functions. I call them defined functions, user data functions.
So I'm looking to do reporting on a lot of PI data. We have a lot of concerns about, can we put this PI data in the Fabric, or can we just have it be on-prem? So we're considering doing that with Power BI Report Server. On a scale of 1 to 5, how dumb would it be to use Power BI Report Server?
Is one, where's dumb?
Really dumb is 5, I guess.
I work for Microsoft.
And I'm just translating here.
But what are you trying to do that you think makes it dumb by putting it in reporting services?
I see all the features coming to the Power BI service, but I have a concern about whether or not this Power BI Report Server will keep up.
That's a valid thing. And if you can use the service, all of our efforts and everything we're doing is in the service. Go to the service, right? That's what I would say. If we were talking and I was a consultant, I would tell you to go to the service. But if you can't go to the service, on-premises is an option. There's things you can do on-premises with, to obfuscate and hide your data with security, that it should still work.
I think as the non-Microsoft person here on the stage, I can still only echo that, because Microsoft has been very clear about a cloud-first strategy for the past couple of years. So that's what we're seeing. And at the same, I'm a consultant, and we have tons of on-prem customers that will remain on-prem for the foreseeable future. And if that's what you're stuck with, for whichever reason, then it's not dumb to do it.
Yeah.
If you could go and use all these shiny new things that give you so much more flexibility, add way less headaches and all that, then go down the easier route. But if on-prem is what you're stuck with, Power BI Report Server, especially if you're in a SQL shop, I would change my answer from 5 to 1.
All right.
Who's next?
We work in a large organisation with multiple tenants, and we've got guest users trying to use Dataflow Gen 2, and you can't connect to lake houses because of guest user limitations and things like that. Any options or plans or?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
Try
about that.
the Ask the Experts area.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hold
as
on.
a consolation gift, we'll give you Legos.
But before we ask another question, since we have Will here, Will is OG Power BI. Along the journey that you went on when Power BI first came out, everybody complains they want Will and the man the back for updates and all this stuff. Well, I do the updates now. Sorry, Will. And so I remember the courses that you all put out.
Yeah.
How fun was that?
That was awesome. I think it's why the community grew, because we put all that content out there. People would be commenting on YouTube and they'd be sharing it online. And, we recorded 160 something videos over the course of a few weeks, me and Amanda and Kim, and we had a few others come in and help out.
That's amazing.
I mean, some of it is still valid, which is a little bit concerning, actually. But obviously, anything that you see in the UI has changed since then. But it really helped just build this groundswell of people who could pick it up, start using the product, and then that built and turned into all of the folks who are now building their own content and sharing their own things. I think it's funny when you go online and you search for Power BI courses, you find a different Will, who's also British, got slightly longer blonde hair than me, and he's made even more videos, and they're really good actually. I thoroughly recommend them. There's so many good content creators in the Power BI space now. It's been one of the reasons why we've been able to be so successful, I think.
Absolutely.
And from those videos to the early days of the conferences, to the feedback, I think the blogs, that really helped as well. And we've got such a great community following on Twitter and Reddit and Blue Sky and everywhere else. That's also been it's helped the wave, right? It's helped just push the product forwards. It's helped build the community. It's helped people share. And it's so nice when you run into people at conferences. People come up to me and say, "Oh, hey, I know you from the videos, blah, blah, blah." But then they tell me, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, whenever it was, I could see the promise of Power BI, and I made a bet on my career that I was going to get into Power BI. I just said, that's going to be my new consulting job. That's going to be my new job. And, however many years later, they come back at these conferences, like folks who have met over a few conferences, and say, it was so the right decision. I'm so pleased that I made that choice. And it's very heartwarming when people come and say this. I'd love to hear if there's other people who have gone on that journey. If you made a choice and said, Power BI is my thing, and it's paid off, I'd love to hear it.
Because Will has been a legend over the years,
Absolute legend.
you also get some Legos.
Thank you. Actually, insider information, I designed this. There's a designer on the Power BI team who's also a massive Lego nerd. And Tyler, our marketing cohort over there, he pinged me and you and saying, "You guys are into Lego, right? You should design a Lego set." So we had some help from another agency as well. Really good fun to go and build this. It's great.
I use Power BI for some time, so I was happy with field parameters, visual calculations. Last year in Sweden it was dark theme in Power BI, but most things are coming first to Power BI desktop and maybe later to the web version. And a few minutes before we were discussing, okay, cloud is first, but then you see Power BI and it's Power BI desktop first.
So this is a bit inside baseball as well. The way that we deploy our features as things roll out, right? We can test and deploy stuff in the desktop a lot quicker because it's a tool that you can just install on your desktop and try it out. And so quite often we'll do that for things that we're still in preview for, get feedback on it, and then push it out to the service. So it depends on the type of feature. I think we're seeing a shift, though, particularly in the modeling space. As there's more modeling capabilities coming out on the web, we can push stuff out there at the same time or even before. So it's more just like a process thing that our engineering process is geared up to ship stuff in the desktop to try it out. But it's changing.
I've often heard Gutenberg's invention of the book press as being one of the most impactful invention in human history. So throughout the last 10 years of Power BI, what do you think is the book press of Power BI?
Awesome question. That deserves a Lego.
That's
definitely.
a great. He needs Legos. That was an amazing question.
I think actually visual calculations is going to be the biggest thing. I think that's going to really change the way that people think about how they build visuals, the sort of calculations you can do, and just making it easy to build what you want in a visual rather than have to hack around with DAX and find tricky things. So that's going to be a massive one.
Ben, what about you?
I'm going to go with translytical. I see visual calculations as a huge thing, but it's not solving an issue that it didn't have, which may not with the book press analogy, you're actually on spot because people were able to write books by hand before, and that makes it easier. But the actual progress for me would be the translytical part. So that's my Power BI book press.
I will go with, and I'm gonna watch as I say this. I want to see how the people squirm or go like, oh. I'm gonna say Copilot. So, but no, if we think about it, and all of those kind of comments right there, you're thinking about today. So I'll remind you, think about where Power BI was in the beginning and where we are now, and translate that to Copilot's journey as well and where it's going to go. And so I'm excited to see how that's going to improve and what it's going to be able to help you speed up things and how you do it, right? So for me, it's Copilot. So Patrick, what about you?
This is so easy. Variables and DAX.
Oh.
Without variables and DAX, we can't debug it. We can't optimize it. The engine is slower. The reports are slower. Nothing happens. Variables and DAX.
I'm going to tell a story here about variables, and Will, check me on this. I may be wrong. I heard this.
It's a true story.
Secondhand knowledge. I wish Akshay were here because he would be able to confirm it.
It's a true story.
But what I heard about variables is that this was an example of something that the team created for themselves from a performance perspective.
Yeah.
But then said, hey, this is actually amazing, so we gave that feature to everyone to actually leverage as well. Is that? That's right. That's right.
Yeah, true story.
I want to give one quick unsung hero award to a different feature as well. And I still think it's like the hidden feature that nobody really knows about, and that's Power Query. I mean, it's not exactly a hidden feature, but you think about the history of what do people struggle with the most in doing any BI solution? It's data ingestion. It's getting the crazy CSVs or the random things from different application databases and getting it into a format that you can actually use. And for me, Power Query, oh my gosh. Okay. When I first saw that, it was a game changer. I can just click around and, make the changes I need, and I can see a preview and see the results straight away. I don't have to write a script and hit run. I don't have to make an integration services package and hit go, and maybe it'll make the right thing at the end. That was the gold dust in the early days. So.
Right.
I have a more personal question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite feature or video you ever made?
This is easy for me. My favorite demo, it was a demo of a feature that I did, was on stage a few years ago when we introduced the automatic page refresh in Power BI reports. Because I had a racing simulator thing with telemetry hooked up going into a database. So I got to play racing games on stage as part of my job. And that was great. And the racing sim that we've got over there, it was the follow-on from that, the evolution of it. Yeah. So go have a go on the racing sims if you haven't already. It's great.
All right. So I'm going to let Ben go next, but then Patrick, I want you to answer what your favorite demo that I've done, and I'm going to do the reverse for you. Ooh. All right. So Ben, best demo you've ever done?
The best demo? Well, it would be one of the Power Hour thingies because people never learn anything in my demos, but that's the one time where it's intentional. So I think it's spot on.
So for Patrick, the best demo he ever did was when he announced a print dialogue for reporting services in the service. And I will tell you, people went nuts. It was you've now got a print dialogue and 5,000 people in the keynote room. They just all a standing ovation during the keynote.
It was revolutionary, man. It was revolutionary. The slicer panel for Adam. That was great, right? The slicer panel. Yep.
Patrick's always cried over that slicer panel video.
What a great conversation at the Microsoft Fabric Community Conference. Be sure to give this video a like and hit subscribe for more videos coming out of FabCon TV. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you to register for the next FabCon, which will be in Atlanta in March 2026. Come join Patrick, myself, and all of the Microsoft folks. You can see a QR code on the screen right now. Scan that and use code FABATL to get $200 off of the registration. Thank you so much for watching. Keep being awesome, and we'll see you in the next video.